strongest people in the room are often the ones who say the least, and that truth will threaten your ego the moment you hear it. In a world obsessed with speaking louder, posting faster, and reacting instantly, silence feels like weakness. But what if your constant need to respond is the very thing stealing your power? What if the reason you feel distracted, overlooked, and mentally exhausted is not because you are behind, but because you are too available to everything? Every opinion pulls you. Every notification demands you. Every comparison whispers that you must prove something. So you speak, you explain, you defend, you justify, you argue in comment sections, you rehearse conversations in your head, you overthink messages before sending them. And at the end of the day, your mind feels heavy, not because life is impossible, but because your energy is scattered across 1,000 unnecessary reactions. Identity built on comparison is fragile. Identity built on awareness is stable. The power of saying nothing begins when you recognize that not every moment requires your reaction. Silence is not suppression. Silence is control. When you choose not to respond instantly, you create space between stimulus and response. In that space, awareness grows, and awareness is the foundation of discipline. Discipline is not just waking up early or going to the gym. True discipline is mastering your impulses. It is choosing calm over ego. It is resisting the urge to prove. Most people cannot tolerate silence because silence reveals what distraction hides. It reveals insecurity. It reveals uncertainty about who you are without applause. So you fill every gap with sound, music, scrolling, talking, debating, posting, anything to avoid sitting alone with your thoughts. But here is the quiet truth. The moment you can sit in silence without anxiety is the moment you begin to build real confidence. Every online comparison weakens self-belief. Every defensive explanation reinforces the idea that you need permission to exist as you are. The ego wants to be right. The ego wants to be seen. The ego wants immediate resolution. But growth requires patience, and patience requires silence. Here is a simple shift that can transform your mental strength. The next time you feel triggered, do nothing for 10 seconds. Do not reply. Do not justify. Do not type. Just breathe. Notice the emotion rising in your body. Notice the story your mind is creating. Then let it pass. Most emotional reactions lose power when not fed. You will begin to realize that many situations do not require your energy at all. The second practice is even more powerful. Create intentional silence daily. 5 minutes. No phone, no music, no distractions. Sit and observe your breath. Your thoughts will try to pull you into plans, worries, comparisons. Do not fight them. Just observe. This builds awareness. Every unnecessary reaction avoided becomes energy saved. Every argument not entered becomes peace preserved. Every moment of restraint becomes strength built. Self-mastery is not dramatic. It is quiet. It is the ability to remain centered when others are chaotic. It is the ability to observe without absorbing negativity. It is the ability to stay grounded when comparison tries to pull you away from your path. The power of saying nothing is not about withdrawing from life. It is about engaging with life intentionally. Speak when it adds value. Respond when it aligns with your principles. But do not allow ego to control your voice. The strongest presence is calm, aware, and disciplined. The next time you feel the urge to prove yourself, pause. Ask yourself who you are trying to convince. The world does not need more noise. It needs more clarity. And clarity begins within. If this message challenges you, sit with it. Do not rush to agree. Observe your habits. Notice how often you react out of fear rather than intention. Begin practicing silence not as avoidance, but as strength. Over time, you will feel lighter, more focused, more certain of who you are without needing constant validation. And when you do speak, it will come from confidence, not insecurity. Stay committed to inner growth. Protect your attention. Master your reactions. And remember, sometimes the most powerful statement you can make is no statement at all.